Leukemia has taken away artists whose voices, films, and stories reached millions of people. Some openly discussed their illness, while others kept their diagnosis private until their final days. Today, we remember 8 American celebrities who lost their lives to leukemia, and the final personality left behind a musical legacy heard on hundreds of famous recordings. Before we begin, tell us in the comments which personality you remember most. Subscribe and activate notifications for more respectful tributes to the stars who shaped generations. Our first tribute is dedicated to Nora Ephron, one of the sharpest and most influential voices in American cinema. She had a rare ability to transform ordinary relationships into stories filled with humor, honesty, and emotion. Ephron wrote the screenplay for When Harry Met Sally, and later wrote and directed Sleepless in Seattle and You've Got Mail. Her dialogue felt authentic because she understood the awkwardness, hope, disappointment, and confusion hidden inside everyday conversations. Behind the scenes, however, she was facing a serious illness known only to a small circle of relatives and close friends. Nora Ephron died in June 2012 at the age of 71 from complications related to acute myeloid leukemia. Her death shocked Hollywood because she had continued working while keeping her condition private. Her films remain timeless because they never portrayed love as perfect. Instead, they showed it as complicated, painful, funny, and still worth pursuing. The second name is Etta James. Few singers could move from a quiet whisper to a powerful roar with the emotional force she possessed. Born James Etta Hawkins, she became a defining voice in blues, soul, jazz, and rhythm and blues. Her recording of At Last became one of the most recognizable love songs in American music, while I'd Rather Go Blind revealed the raw vulnerability that made her unforgettable. James survived a difficult childhood, addiction, legal troubles, and repeated career setbacks, yet she always found a way to return to music. During her final years, her health deteriorated as she faced leukemia, dementia, kidney problems, and several other complications. Etta James died in January 2012 at the age of 73 from complications of leukemia. Her life was turbulent, but her voice carried an emotional truth that could never be imitated. Decades later, singers still study the way she transformed suffering into music. Our third tribute honors Mary Travers. As one-third of Peter, Paul, and Mary, she helped bring folk music and social protest into the American mainstream. Alongside Peter Yarrow and Noel Paul Stookey, she recorded songs such as Puff, The Magic Dragon, Leaving on a Jet Plane, If I Had a Hammer, and Blowin' in the Wind. Their harmonies sounded gentle, but their message was often courageous. The trio supported civil rights, opposed the Vietnam War, and performed during the historic 1963 March on Washington. Travers was diagnosed with leukemia and underwent a bone marrow transplant during a battle that lasted several years. She eventually returned to performing, but the illness later overwhelmed her. Mary Travers died in September 2009 at the age of 72. Her voice and lifelong activism ensured that her music became more than entertainment. It became part of a generation's demand for justice and change. If these stories are moving you, take a moment to subscribe. Your support helps us continue honoring personalities whose work still lives in our memories. The fourth celebrity is Jill Clayburgh. During the 1970s, she helped redefine how independent women were portrayed in American cinema. Her performance in An Unmarried Woman earned her an Academy Award nomination and became a symbol of a changing era. She received another Oscar nomination for starting over and continued working in film, television, and theater. Away from the public eye, Clayburgh lived with chronic lymphocytic leukemia for 21 years. She refused to allow the diagnosis to become the center of her identity and continued acting while raising her family. Jill Clayburgh died at her Connecticut home in November 2010 at the age of 66, surrounded by her loved ones. Her long private battle revealed the same quiet strength and intelligence she often brought to the screen. We continue with Robert Vaughn. With his controlled voice, elegant appearance, and effortless confidence, he became internationally famous as Secret Agent Napoleon Solo in The Man from UNCLE. The television series arrived during the height of the spy craze and turned Vaughn into one of the most recognizable actors of the 1960s. His career extended far beyond that role. He earned an Oscar nomination for The Young Philadelphians and appeared in The Magnificent Seven, Bullitt, and The Towering Inferno. He later won an Emmy Award for Washington, Behind Closed Doors. Robert Vaughn died in November 2016 at the age of 83 after a brief battle with acute leukemia. The speed of his decline shocked admirers who had seen him working shortly before his death. His legacy remains connected to a type of screen hero who relied on intelligence, elegance, and composure rather than physical force. Our sixth tribute is dedicated to Bruno Kirby. He rarely played the glamorous leading man, but his supporting performances often became some of the most memorable parts of a film. In When Harry Met Sally, he played the warm and slightly anxious Jess. In City Slickers, he showed his gift for mixing frustration, loyalty, and humor. Kirby also appeared in Good Morning, Vietnam, The Freshman, Donnie Brasco, and The Godfather Part 2, where he portrayed the young Peter Clemenza. His distinctive voice and nervous energy allowed him to make ordinary characters feel completely real. In 2006, Kirby was diagnosed with leukemia, and the illness progressed with frightening speed. He died in August of that year at only 57. His sudden passing shocked friends and audiences because the diagnosis had not been widely known. Although he was usually a supporting actor, his presence made every scene feel more human. The seventh name is Ed Bradley. For more than 2 decades on 60 Minutes, he became one of the most respected journalists on American television. His calm presence, precise questions, and ability to listen allowed him to interview presidents, musicians, athletes, soldiers, and ordinary people caught inside extraordinary events. Before joining the program, Bradley reported from the Vietnam War, where he was wounded. He later became the first Black White House correspondent for CBS News. Bradley won numerous Emmy Awards, but colleagues also remembered his curiosity, elegance, generosity, and love of jazz. He kept his illness largely private while continuing to work. Ed Bradley died in November 2006 at the age of 65 from complications of chronic lymphocytic leukemia. His death was felt across American journalism. He had broken major barriers, but he never allowed those barriers to define the limits of his work. Finally, we remember Michael Brecker. Even people unfamiliar with jazz may have heard his saxophone without realizing it. He performed on recordings by Paul Simon, Joni Mitchell, James Taylor, Bruce Springsteen, Frank Sinatra, and many other major artists. With his brother Randy, he formed the Brecker Brothers and helped introduce jazz fusion to a wider audience. As a solo artist, Michael became one of the most influential tenor saxophonists of his generation and earned 11 Grammy Awards during his lifetime. In 2005, he was diagnosed with myelodysplastic syndrome, a serious bone marrow disorder that later developed into leukemia. A worldwide search was launched for a compatible stem cell donor. His situation also drew attention to the urgent need for more people from diverse backgrounds to join donor registries. Despite his declining health, Brecker completed one final album, Pilgrimage, alongside musicians who were also close friends. Michael Brecker died in January 2007 at the age of 57. Thank you for watching this tribute until the end. Tell us in the comments which personality you will remember most. Share this video with someone who admired their work, and subscribe for more respectful stories celebrating the lives and legacies of unforgettable stars.